Danielle Peterson here, reporting for Infrastructure News. We are speaking to Werner Jerling. He is the Vice President of SAFCEC and the Chairperson of the Human Resources Committee. So, Werner, tell us a bit about the labour relations environment and this role that SAFCEC has played in sort of creating a stable environment.
Okay, Danielle, thank you very much. The labour relations environment in South Africa is challenging, and we all know about the problems that we've had on the large construction projects at Kusile and Medupi. And to some of us, we sometimes lose track and we say, is there something that we can do? And how do we go forward with the labour relations environment? So during the last few years, we realized that we need to take a far more mature approach to this, and that it's not necessarily a confrontational approach that we need to take. So together with Labour and as SAFCEC, an employer's body, we've decided that we need to be far more pragmatic. We proposed the creation of a bargaining council in our industry, and after a number of years with working at this, we were fortunate enough then to form the bargaining council for the civil engineering industry, which has been promulgated now for a few years. The last round of industry negotiations took place under the auspices of the bargaining council, and we've seen tremendous benefits coming from that in creating a far more mature labour relations environment.
Okay, and then in terms of the bargaining council, what is the main mandate of the council?
So the bargaining council really is a place where employer bodies and labour representative bodies can come together, and under the auspices of this particular council we can negotiate issues relating to labour and issues relating to the employer bodies. We talk about things like conditions of employment for labour in our industry. We talk about dispute resolution in our industry, and the bargaining council provides for all employees in our industry the place where dispute resolution can take place like a normal person would be able to go to the CCMA. People engaged in our industry come to the bargaining council, and at the bargaining council they do find that there are experienced labour practitioners and commissioners that would come in to hear cases to try and improve labour relations in general.
And what would you say are really the key burning issues right now in terms of labour relations in South Africa?
Well, that's quite a challenging question, because South Africa has really got a very low employment actually. So unemployment plays out in labour relations as well. We see rising costs, we see poverty on the increase, we see the actual man in the street getting poorer every day, and that puts a lot of pressure on labour relations as well. We see issues of low productivity, we see issues of low skills levels operating in our industry. We see huge pressure on employers in our industry as far as margins are concerned. So there are pressures both from labour and from employers, and that does create quite a bit of stress in the labour market. What we have been doing over the past few months in preparation for future negotiations is that we've been training a lot of our teams that need to be involved in negotiations, training them around the principles, helping them assess the labour relations market and the conditions out there, so that when we do have negotiations we do that in a far more mature manner. So that the burning questions really around employing more people, employing youth in particular, improving the levels of skills out there, improving worker safety, improving productivity. Many of these issues are not unique to labour or to the employer bodies. And we need to talk together on these things, but it's to find those solutions. From a labour perspective, labour are moving out of a confrontational environment, I hope, because the answer is not just in striking and fighting the whole time. The answer has to be found in consensus, and that really is a challenge for all of us, to find common ground.
In closing, is there anything you'd like to wrap up with?
Well, I think it's always a great opportunity to talk about labour relations issues. I'm an engineer by trade, and I'm not a human resources practitioner, but human resources issues affect all of us jointly, and we need to spend a lot of time and energy in ensuring that we're not in a confrontational relationship, but we find common value amongst ourselves.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.